Hello, it's March 2022. Why would they lie? That's a common question a lot of people have when presenting as a descriptive alternative truths, also known as facts, facts that we all share. Why would they lie about any topic? Pick one. Even current worldwide events. Well, right off the top, why would they lie? Because they can. Oh, maybe that's not a good enough answer. Why would they lie? Well, why would anyone lie? Because maybe there's invested interest to make a lie, perhaps to push an agenda. Many different reasons why they would lie. Here's the thing. People are asking that question when presented with facts, using their own standard that they would use in their personal lives or expect others to use. Blind trust. And yes, when dealing with family and friends, you tend not to lie. Maybe white lies depending on whatever, but you have to remember, as a descriptive, the elites, the ruling class, call them what you will, and you're not part of them. They don't care about you. They don't care about your feelings. They only care about themselves. They only care about their culture. Yes, they have their own culture. And I've said before, they think differently than most people. And this is where most people can't wrap their heads around, that they think differently. They do things differently. They raise their children differently. And for the most part, they have generational commitment. And with that, what that states and implies, they remain focused. The common person, not. Just take, for example, what's been going on for the past few years. Now that, at least where I am, everything is being lifted, poof, gone, just as I said it would. Now there's going to be residuals still for some time, so wait for that. However, we're not finished this part of this 100-year pattern, but that's a different topic. And already what we see happening is people forgetting about it, going to the next events, real or not the point. These events that are real are all orchestrated. A lot of people don't know the term, the theater of war. There's a reason why they call it theater of war. So now everyone is now paying attention and focusing on that. And sure, again, we're dealing with something worldwide or potentially worldwide. So now people are looking that direction and moving on to the next. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be something to worry about. Because fear is something that's easy to impose, an easy way to control people. You know, I can't help but think how many people went along with official narratives, with current worldwide events and what was being imposed because they were scared, they were not patient, etc. And now it's fizzling away. But not before they felt that they had to go along with it. Whether they actually believed it, and believing is to make an uninformed conclusion, or whether they didn't, they just did it anyway. So now They accepted it, and it's all over. Sort of all over. This part is all over. Why would they lie? Why would they deliberately harm people? Because they don't care, and they can get away with it. They can get away with it because they have the monopoly on violence, and they're constantly showing their vulgar display of violence, how far they will go. And it's like, who can be the craziest? Because people are kind of scared of that crazy person, especially when you're walking down the street at night by yourself. Crazy people are unpredictable. So they decide to rule with fear. Now, there's that old rhetorical question: is it better to be feared or to be loved? Well, when you're feared, when you rule with fear, you yourself live in fear, because there could be the next crazier person, or a person appearing to be more crazy than you. So you always have that worry. You're always looking over your shoulder and having to maintain that. However, when you're loved, you don't have that worry, because there's nothing to worry about. Love would usually, or does, equal peace and harmony and all the nice, warm, fuzzy things. So, that rhetorical question, is it better to be feared or loved? It's really a stupid question, because it's quite obvious that it's better to be loved than to be feared. And with love, you also create your friendships, your allies. When you're feared, you can't trust anyone. And then we have paranoia. And when this whole world, aggression and being feared, part of being competitive, etc., is absolutely rewarded. People have been socially conditioned, socially engineered to be this way. Now imagine, to break that cycle, take a lot of discipline. Well, people don't seem to have a lot of discipline in today's world, because it's do what thou wilt, and to act on your feelings, your emotions. Wrong. Your emotions, as I've said many times, it's a tool to navigate this world, being used against the people. It's better to be loved. And I'm not a tree hugger, love and lighter type. By no means am I any of these things. But imagine if people start to reprogram themselves through discipline and passing that on to their children. Not to be afraid. Not to be afraid to sacrifice something or everything for whatever. When people choose to rule by fear and they display violence because they can get away with it. There's a difference when you don't want to, but you have to. These people who rule with fear want to. And they assume others are like that too, but it's not like that. Life is about survival, but survival is not a right. And if that's not true, then the world wouldn't be as it is, and there would be no need to be here. Just things to think about. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me all the time, when is it going to get easier? When you die.